In this video, I'm going to pull back the curtains and show you exactly how to go from being stuck in your online fitness business to predictably scaling to 10, 20, and even 50K plus months in the next 16 weeks. And by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to use our digital authority funnel to reach 10, 20, and even 50K plus months while working less and without posting endless content, worrying about your follower account, or sending a single cold DM. And I'm not going to hold anything back. I'm going to give you my entire system for free. First, I'm going to show you how to set it up in your business. And number two, at the end of the video, I'm going to show you how to use it to make your dream income so you don't want to leave. And just so we don't waste any time, this video is only for driven coaches currently stuck in their business who are willing to put their ego aside altogether, are ready to learn, and ready to make an impact in their lives and others. My name is Benji Tucker, and the Digital Authority Funnel allowed me to scale my fitness coaching business to 85K a month and allow my business partner, Ethan, who you might recognize if you came from Instagram or seen of other videos, scale to 60K a month. It's what allowed us to break free of the 9-to-5, exit the rat race, and attain financial freedom while working from anywhere and traveling the world with our partners. And this isn't just us that's been able to do this. And to show you I'm not just bullshitting altogether, I want to show you just a few of the coaches Ethan and I have been able to help grow their online businesses. So the first person on the screen here is Hagen, all right? And here's Ethan with Hagen with an in-person event that we did. And Hagen went from 7K to 25K a month. Okay, so that was a really big win for Hagen, and he's still crushing it to this day. And here's Chris here. I helped Chris go from 3K to 30K a month. Ethan and I helped him do this in a very short period of time as well. This happened in 2 to 3 months for Chris. Here's JJ. We helped him go from a 3K month to 12K month. And keep in mind, guys, this is all without sending cold DMs and just from a single ad. And here's Noah. He did 1.5K a month, and he scaled to 10K a month. This was huge. He almost 10x'd his business just from this here. Now, Ethan and I weren't always crushing it in our online fitness businesses or helping other coaches get results. For me in particular, I had quit my in-person training job just 1.5 years ago. I wanted to stop working 60-plus hour weeks just to barely make $5,000 and not get paid well for my skills across the month. So here I am at the time trying to escape the rat race and start my own online coaching company, only to be stuck at zero income for 6 months. This was probably the worst and most uncertain time of my life, and unsure if I'd ever amount to anything or just be average like the rest of society. This feeling of seeing other coaches who seemed like they were 15 years old living the dream life, right? Nice vacations, fancy cars, stuff I wanted while I was sat there broke making no sales in my business. And even thinking about this now makes me stressed out, but it got to a point where I knew I had to invest in a mentor who could help me out. And eventually I pulled the trigger on a mentor that cost nearly $10,000, which was a significant blow to my savings. I did everything he told me to do. I was posting endless content on Instagram, sending outbound messages into DMs nonstop, and whatever else he asked of me. But here's the kicker. After that huge investment, it didn't work out. So scrambling to figure something out, I had some money left in my savings, and I found another coach's program who I paid $3,000 for, but a few days went by and I realized it wasn't the program for me, and I take responsibility for that, but that was devastating. I lost $3,000 there. So I remember talking to my partner on the phone a few nights later, and I was literally bawling my eyes out, crying, imagining what it would be like having to go back to being an in-person coach forever, growing old, working 60 plus hours a week for a shit salary and a shit life. But I was presented with an option to either let the past failures prevent me from getting what I wanted or continuing to move forwards. Fast forward another few days, and I spent nearly my last $2,000 on a down payment for a mentor who I believed could really help me this time. All I had was $500 in my account, and I went $6,000 into debt for this. In the first week, I drove Uber every single day to pay back the program, so I was working 90 plus hours per week, but within a few weeks of following my new mentor, I got my first sales call and made my first $3,000 sale. And then I made a few more sales that same week. But think about it, 3K in a day was almost what I used to make in a month. So fast forward 4 months later, and I was making $80,000 per month in my online fitness business. I've realized that in order to make money, you need to have the mindset of someone who makes a lot of money. I've invested nearly $30,000 in mentorships. Ethan invested $57,000 in mentorships, and his fitness business made $60,000 a month. If we let the cost of these investments hold us back from taking the leap, we would have never made it. As we took more risk, it was proportionate to how much the number in our bank accounts went up. Like, for example, would you trade $1 million to learn how to make $1 million per year and then have the skill to be able to do it? The answer should, of course, be yes. You need to have this mindset, or you might as well quit online coaching and start working 60 plus hours a week as an in-person trainer. So Ethan and I have pulled everything we've learned from our experience and the countless mentors we've continued to invest in to streamline a process specifically for fitness coaches. More and more online fitness coaches are starting to figure out the principles in the digital authority funnel, but it's still in the early stages relative to how many coaches actually know about this. And you're probably tried posting endless content, praying to the algorithm gods, or maybe you've tried posting your thirst traps trying to be an influencer thinking it'll make you money. Maybe you've even invested in a mentor that didn't work out or who asked you to make a complicated funnel. But our digital authority funnel doesn't involve posting every day trying to be an influencer. It doesn't involve cold DMs, complicated tech, or crazy funnels. You don't even need to have the best physique or a shit ton of social proof yet, although that definitely doesn't hurt. Our authority funnel has nothing to do with all the things most experts will tell you need to do in your online fitness business. So now let's get actually into a high-level overview of the entire system. Basically, what we're doing in this funnel, to simplify it, is we are taking eyeballs and we are directing that traffic using a single ad towards our Instagram. We are magnetizing the exact type of people we want. And then from Instagram, we are having more conversations with our ideal person to get them on the phone and close them. And something you guys need to understand before going into the entire funnel is the art of conversion, right? Simply put, it is the art of taking someone from their current agitated state, let's call that point A, and creating separation between that and point B, their desired state, and then positioning your offer as the vehicle that takes them from point A, their agitated state, to point B, their desired state. Okay, so now there's lots of different pillars that we focus on here because we need the entire system to work. Okay, so there's mindset, offer, marketing, setting and sales, and then scaling with teams. Now, we already talked about mindset, right? Overcoming fear and your relationship with money. We also talked briefly about the offer just before. You need a Godfather offer to make your business work, okay? So you need to talk to a specific avatar and you need to bridge the gap with your own unique system. But marketing, right, is the part with ads, retargeting ads, optimizing your Instagram, okay? And this is the spot we're going to highlight in this video because chances are this is the issue you guys have the most, right? Getting leads in the door and actually getting people in. So the normal Instagram funnel, the way that it typically works and that other people have you do it is posting endless content, sending endless cold DMs, expensive ads, unqualified leads. You need tons of followers to make it work and no structure and inconsistent revenue. But now with the digital authority funnel, you only need to post a little bit of content every so often. That's just laser targeted towards your target demographic and that's meant to convert them, okay? You also are going to get mostly inbound DMs and warm DMs, so you're not going to have to be in your inbox nonstop all day. You're only going to be talking to very qualified leads and ready buyers. Now, with the ads, we only run one ad. It's cheaper cost overall per lead, and they're laser targeted leads as well. So imagine like 1,000 people knocking on your door who are exactly the person you want to work with. And also, it doesn't require many followers. My first 80K month, I had 4,000 followers, which might sound crazy, but I had an offer that converted and I had the right systems. And then also there's a clear structure and predictable revenue with this model. And here's a high-level overview of the digital authority funnel itself. And as you can see, we have the top of the funnel, which, gets new eyeballs on your Instagram page by doing Instagram follower ads and sometimes YouTube organic as well. Okay, we're going to send that traffic all towards your Instagram page. So all these people are coming to your Instagram page, they're following you, they're liking your stuff, and then that's the middle of the funnel. They're going to start engaging with your content, and this is where we have to nurture them and basically indoctrinating them into believing that your offer is the sole offer that could get them to their desired result, as we were talking about before. So you're going to nurture them through YouTube content, through short form content, through Instagram stories. And then you'll also, through another strategy as well, which I'll talk about on the next page a little bit, get people as inbound into your inbox. That way you're not just sending cold DMs nonstop. You're getting people to actually come in, and through all of these means, you're driving more DM conversations. Okay? Now, this is where the bottom of the funnel starts because from the conversation, the next step is to get someone on a sales call. Okay. So you're going to get them in a conversation. You're going to get them to book a call, and then you are going to send them something we call the stealth VSL. So after you book in a call with someone, you're going to send them a video detailing your offer and everything you've helped people do in a way that really converts them and makes them show up to the call, essentially ready with money in hand, ready to buy. Okay. They are properly framed for the call. We also have our, own unique method, the Blitzkrieg email sequence that further indoctrinates clients into really wanting your offer. And ultimately that leads to the call and close where you collect the freaking money. And I want to get more specific into the top of the funnel as well with how we run follower ads. Okay. And, a lot of people to start off feel like ads are like these mystical creatures and that they're so foreign and oh my gosh, what if I lose money and all these things? But I'm going to walk you through all the math and how simple it is. And it's even really simple to launch an ad too. We show our clients how to do it in 5 minutes. So what we do with follower ads is we make this follower ad, one simple ad we test with, okay? Following a simple script like, hey, if you're a corporate busy man struggling to drop fat, right? We give them a call out. And as you could see, the follower ad script right here will give you the whole thing. You give that call out towards that target demographic. You dig deeper with a further qualifier, and then you give them a call to action, incentivizing them to follow your page because what they'll get in return is the knowledge that you're telling them could get them from point A to point B. And then you double down on that call to action as well. Okay, these follower ads take 30 to 60 minutes to both script, film, edit, and post out into the world to start getting new eyeballs on your page. Okay, typically each follow is $1 to $5 per follow. Okay, and I'm going to explain how that math works in a little bit more. So now the main goal is driving conversations into the DMs, okay? We want to drive more conversations. Why? Because that's ultimately how we're going to get people on the call, right? So the more conversations we're having with people, the better. So we need to incentivize these conversations. Though one of the ways we do this is retargeting ads. That way you don't have to be messaging people nonstop. You could actually run ads to current followers who came from the follower ad or another traffic source, telling them to comment a keyword or message you a keyword to get started. And these ads have worked very, very well for lots of people that we've worked with as well. That way you don't have to be taking DMs nonstop and messaging out cold. We also are doing, YouTube videos, Instagram Reels, proper Instagram story cadences as well to drive more conversations in the DMs. And as you could see to the lower right of the screen right here, this is Chris, one of the guys we helped get close to 30K a month. And as you can see, we have an entire checklist to help our clients optimize their Instagram so it doesn't suck. Okay. Now, I just want to go through the math a little bit more, right? So let's say it's $1 to $5 per follow. Okay. And personally, Ethan and I's leads have always been with our fitness offer under $2 once we dial our ads in. Okay. You got to give that ad time to optimize, but once it does, you could expect $1 to $5 cost per follow. Now, you're going to have more conversations in the DMs because of this. Okay. Maybe it's $10 per conversation, right? Now, in order to book a call, now we're looking at $50 to $300 per call. And guys, these are dirt cheap leads for calls. And you might be thinking, well, I've never spent a lot of money before in my business in terms of ads. So, oh man, I'm afraid $300 even for a call. What if I don't close the deal? What happens? Well, let's say you're booking somewhere around $300 per call in a conservative estimate, right? Okay, let's say you close 50% of them. We teach you how to do that. You're closing one call every $600, but you're selling a product that's $3,000 to $5,000 when you make the sale. Okay, so if you put $600 in and got $3,000 back, how many more times would you do that? Right? It's like asking, if you could put $1 into a slot machine and make 5 back, how many times would you play that slot machine? The answer would be you play as many freaking times as you can. There is no budget. And that's the system that we're building here. Okay, so you're going to get a 4 to 15x ROAS, which is simply the return on ad spend, how much money you make from the money that you put in. Okay, these are numbers that are unbeatable. Okay. No, most people try ads and they fail miserably and then they never do ads again. But the truth is that's the quickest way to scale your business instead of focusing on the bullshit organic content that all these other coaches tell you to do. But then just one of their clients get viral and blow up, 1 in 1,000 clients. And that's the people you hear about on their Instagram feed. Okay. But we're going to guarantee that you get eyeballs. Okay. We want your calendar to look like this, right? This was literally my calendar a few weeks ago, a screenshot I have, and most of them are all sales calls. So you can imagine if I'm selling a $3,000 to $5,000 product, imagine that. After marketing, optimizing those ads and stuff like that, you also have the setting and sales part. And if you suck at sales, it doesn't matter how good you do the front end of this system. You still got to close your leads. And let's do some basic sales math, right? Let's assume you sell a $3,000 coaching package for your fitness offer. If you're bad at sales, and let's say you book 8 calls per month, you close 2 of them, that's 25%. That's like the average of like what most of the guys I talk to are doing that come to me before they join the program. And, you know, if you're bad at sales, that's only $6,000 in income with those numbers. Whereas if you're great at sales, you would have that same 8 calls per month. But if you close 5 of them, that's 62%. That's Ethan's close rate this month, for example, on his fitness offer. That's $15,000 in income. You're nearly tripling your income just by getting better at sales. So, you know, that's a big thing we emphasize is sales mastery because that's going to make the funnel work so much more. Now, after setting in sales, let's talk about scaling and teams, okay? And with scaling and teams, you know, the first caveat, the first thing that's really an issue is scaling to 30 to 50K plus months. When you try to do that, ads become more expensive. You'll be stuck as an employee in your own business, slaving away, working nonstop, and client fulfillment will be so much harder. Okay. But what we focus on instead is an ad scaling strategy so you could scale ads without the cost per sale skyrocketing. We also keep the business lean so you have bigger margin, you have more profit for yourself. We're going to have you just hire a team of just 1 to 2 people up to 100K per month. Okay, so once you get to that point where you're like, I really want to scale, it's not like you're hiring an entire team below you. And also, you know, you're going to make more money with less work, so you're going to be able to handle more clients in less time so you could focus on making more sales and enjoying life. Whatever it is that drives the business forward or that you want to do to enjoy, right? Living life on your own terms. So scaling the right way means you'll also never have to send a DM again on your own, okay? Once you get to your first 10, 20K months, what we focus on doing is plugging a setter into your business. So this is someone who takes control of your DMs on behalf of you and messages all the new followers coming in from the follower ad strategy. And this is huge because it allows you to fully remove yourself from that task in your business, the task that everyone hates, let's be honest, and not have to focus on that at all. Then that means you could just focus on the tasks that drive revenue forwards in your business or, you know, living the life and, you know, living on a yacht, sipping a margarita or whatever you want to do. I don't know. So guys, here's a chart of my journey to scaling. And as you can see, it's 6 months, okay, from when I was at 0. So I was at 0 for longer than this, but here I am. It actually says $1. I tested something because I had all the time in the world not making money. I got a few sales under my belt for, you know, a lot lower of a ticket, and here's $2,500. And then when I ultimately invested in, you know, the proper mentor, I shot up to $11,000 that month. Okay. And I wasn't even doing the strategy with ads the right way. You know, the next month, $14,000. Then I invested in another mentor, $27,000. And then, you know, I took everything I learned, I put it into this system, and I skyrocketed from $27,000 to $81,000 a month in my online coaching business within a month. Okay, so I 3x'd my business after already doing 27K. And you may be thinking, if this works, why not just keep it to ourselves and only do fitness, not tell you guys the secrets? And the truth is that Ethan and I realized that we were talking about business a lot more than fitness, and that this was our true calling, this was our true passion, to help other fitness coaches who are in our shoes struggling so much, who might be on the verge of quitting or, you know, feeling discouraged that they can't grow their business to the next level, to actually help them do that. And by default, in doing that, we're also helping more people on their fitness journey too, by helping our coaches be good coaches and impact more people. So if you're coachable, someone who's willing to put your ego aside and truly believe you can scale your online business and is ready to truly make an impact on your own lives and others by inspiring through your own actions, I want to show you a sneak peek of what some of Ethan and I's clients have access to, which is really exciting, okay? The first thing that we do is we have 4 weekly calls that are really into depth on the most important topics, the most important pillars, okay? So the first one is marketing, right? That's all relating to the entirety of the digital authority funnel, running your ads, things like that. The second is sales, okay? So like we said, marketing is pointless unless you could actually close the deals, close the people that come onto your calendars. So we're going to focus on that as well. And also setting, right? So this is important because sales is pointless too if you don't have anyone on your calendars to close them. So we also need to input systems for setting as well. And then lastly, Q&A for any time you guys get stuck and have specific questions that you want answered from Ethan or I. And in addition to the calls, even though that's by far like the most valuable thing, we also have a school group as well that has an entire course to support you along the journey of what Ethan and I are actually helping you do so that we eliminate the guesswork and you always have full confidence and clarity. Right? So these are all modules regarding mindset, the funnel itself, crafting your offer, optimizing your Instagram, and so much more as well, more than just what you see on this photo here. And also we have a support channel on Slack too. So one of the biggest pieces of values that I've gotten in past mentorships and that Ethan and I really stress here is the community element of meeting other business owners, other fit pros like yourself who are on the same wavelength and scaling with you because you guys are holding each other accountable. You're able to learn things from them too, and that's super, super valuable. So if you haven't already, go ahead and book in a call by clicking the link below and filling out the next page. We'll go over where you're at now, where you want to go, and then if we're a good fit for each other, we could get started. And guys, there's only 2 directions you can go from here to get the results you want. Option 1, you take all the information I gave you, you try it for yourself and invest time into testing and experimenting with what works for you to get results. This could take years. Or option 2, we could hop on a call and see how we can shortcut all of that and only give you what you need based on what we've tried and tested already, customized to your coaching offer so that you can build your dream business and lifestyle in just a couple of months instead of 5+ years of constantly testing what works. So if that sounds like you and you are 100% sure that you want to take option number 2, then go ahead and book a call below. Because building this revenue into your business is hard and lonely. Most people actually give up before they find what works for them. But what if I could help you never have to worry about building the business that gives you the dream life? Not stressing about filming countless hours of content, sending countless DMs as you're just wanting to jump out the window, waking up seeing no calls on your calendar, always being stressed about money, always imagining in the back of your head what would happen if online didn't work out and you had to go back to in-person training, working 60+ hours, working for shit money and no freedom. Not stressing about all these things, what would that do for you? Because it would probably change everything. Because time is money and most systems that scale your business don't give you all this time back. And that's just the minimum of what we do. So last call, if you guys are wanting to hit the ground running, book a call by clicking the button below so we can see where you're at, where you want to go, and see if you're a good fit to work together.